Cauchemar Descended falls under the category of dungeons that give Suzaku a really hard time because it demands a fairly strong spike on both floors 1 and 2. The nature of Suzaku's leader skill makes it difficult for her to deal lots of damage on demand without any setup. With that in mind, and after running this dungeon many times, my focus on building this team that you see here is skill boosts. My goal is to make sure that I have Echidna and my Suzaku's actives available by the time I enter the second floor. On the first floor, you're against Dark Tiamat. He has almost 1.7 million health and alternates between a blackout that does 7100 damage and an attack that does anywhere in between 5300 and 14,300 damage. This means that anytime you get blacked out, you have to heal back up to at least 14,000 health unless you feel like testing your luck. Here, I try to hold out for as long as possible, and once my skills come up, I use Echidna to bring him down safely. On the second floor, you face a Pyro Demon and 2 yellow shields. The Pyro Demon has 1.2 million health and hits for almost 15,000 damage every turn. When he falls under 30% health, he hits for over 26,000 damage. You should prioritize killing him first, and realistically you only have 1 turn to do it. Here I use a Suzaku active to help me take him down in 1 shot, but alternatively you could have used a Suzaku active on the first floor to kill Tiamat, and then use Echidna as soon as you enter this floor. After you kill the Pyro Demon, kill one of the shields by matching red and green orbs, and then you can use the other shield to charge up your skills. He only does 7,000 damage every other turn, so you can basically stall for as long as his light absorb is up. The third floor puts you up against Lilith, who has 1.6 million health. If she falls under 30% health, she skill binds your team for 5 turns, so make sure you don't let that happen. Her attack deals about 6,500 damage and generates 5 poison orbs. She repeats this 4 times and then kills you on the next turn. I usually try to take as many poison hits as possible and then use the Suzaku active to refresh the board and finish her off. On the fourth floor, you're against Amon, who immediately cuts your health by 99% and has a whopping 3.2 million health. Your initial goal is to get above 10,846 health before his next attack and deal as much damage as you can at the same time. On his first turn, he uses Super Devil Hook to deal a little under 11,000 damage and turns 1 color into jammers. Now you have 2 turns to bring him below 50% health. This is assuming that you have less than 20,337 health, which is going to be the case for most Suzaku teams unless you're really overdosing on the plus eggs. Once you get him below half health, he buffs himself to triple his damage, and now you have the remaining 2 turns to finish him off. On the 5th and final floor, you're against Cauchemar, which means nightmare in French. He has just over 3.5 million health and preemptively absorbs any attacks under 5 combos. His attacks don't hit especially hard, but he introduces a lot of disruption to your board with jammers, binds, and orb time reduction. If Lilith and Amon didn't cause you too much trouble, you shouldn't have to worry about any of these because you can just use Echidna to buy you 3 extra turns. In my case, I even have Zeus, so I really only need to burn through 2.3 million health, which is not that difficult. You do have to be mindful of the 5 combo limit because hitting him with fire or light will heal him for a huge amount. Here you see that I'm being extra cautious to make sure that I never fall below 5 combos when I'm attacking and end up using all 4 turns to kill him.